Howdy everyone, my name is Megan. In this debate, my partner Calista and I will be debating which insect is the better predator. I'll be speaking in support of the red-footed cannibalfly, which is scientifically known as the Promachus rubeus.
Howdy, my name is Calista and I will be representing the Tinodora sinensis, which is otherwise known as the Chinese praying mantis. Today we will be discussing which of these two insects is the better predator.
The Promachus rubeus red-footed cannibalfly, also known as the bee panther, was originally found in Ohio. The insect is a large robber fly that ranges in size from 1 to 1.25 inches in length. The cannibalfly has large black eyes surrounded by yellow hairs. The fly has a complete life cycle and goes through an egg, larval, pupal, and adult stages. Males of the species can be seen having a black rounded tip at the end of their abdomens, while the females of the species have a black ovipositor that can be mistaken for a stinger at the end of their abdomen. For its size, the fly has a tremendous amount of strength, which enables it to take down prey much larger than itself. The red-footed predator is usually seen with wasps, bees, grasshoppers, other flies, and even hummingbirds in its deadly grasp. The fly can be found in environments all over the United States. You might even be able to find these flies attached to your screen door at home. The cannibalfly is an aviation predator, which means it attacks its prey in midair. While attacking its next meal, the fly produces a chemical bite which helps to subdue its larger prey. The deadly species can easily be identified by its yellow abdomen with black spots, as well as its large set of brown wings. The ways that this carnivorous fly impacts human society would be by greatly reducing the number of pests that we see causing harm to crops and even to people. One unique characteristic of the red-footed cannibalfly would be that its bite contains a paralytic, as well as liquefying enzymes, which help to maintain its carnivorous predator status.
The Chinese praying mantis has brown and green coloring with green lateral stripes on all sides of the borders of the front wings. Its eyes look black in low lighting, but are actually clear. They also have a yellow spot between its front legs that separates them from the average praying mantis. The Chinese praying mantis has a long, slender body of around 11 centimeters. Its triangle head has two bulbous compound eyes and a pair of antennas. Their two pointed forelegs, the things that look like claws, are used to catch prey. The Chinese praying mantis has two sets of wings. The outer wings are used for camouflage and protections, and the inner wings are used to fly. Only males can fly and are usually more active in weather around 20 to 49 degrees Celsius. This insect is known to be aggressive, which is why some females sometimes eat males after mating. Eggs hatch from eggs into nymphs. They are native to China, Japan, Micronesia, Korea, Thailand, and some native parts of America. The Chinese praying mantis is a predator of patience. They are seen as symbols of fierce predators in movies such as Karate Kid. They grab their prey using their folded arms. This is one of the huge advantages the Chinese praying mantis has over the cannibalfly. They can eat bugs that are the same size as them or even slightly larger. If the aggressive offense of the Chinese praying mantis does not work, then their defensive mechanisms are a strong plan B. They stand up straight on their hind legs and open their mouths wide. As an extra measure, the Chinese native reveals their wings, making itself look much larger to intimidate predators. Humans keep these as pets.
Although the Chinese praying mantis beats the red-footed cannibalfly in terms of size, the fly is most definitely the stronger, more aggressive predator. The cannibalfly is able to subdue prey that is up to double its size, and the fly also does not have to wait around for its next meal like the mantis does. The cannibalfly will perch itself on a branch to scout out its next victim, and once it's ready, it will use its powerful set of wings to attack its prey mid-flight. Honestly, if the cannibalfly were to come across the Chinese praying mantis mid-flight, who's to say that the mantis would be able to withstand the paralytic bite of the cannibalfly? I would also like to note the phenotypes of each insect and how these characteristics add to their predator status. It was mentioned that the Chinese mantis uses its outer pair of wings for camouflage. While that's an impressive feature for the mantis, it also gives the idea that the mantis needs the camouflage to be able to creep up on prey. As I mentioned, the cannibalfly is a striking yellow color with black spots. This predatory insect does not need the element of surprise to effectively kill its prey.
Although the cannibalfly has experience with larger prey, it does not have experience with larger prey with the combination of aggression and intelligence that the Chinese praying mantis has. Although the argument has been made that sitting around and waiting is a sign of weakness, I counter that it is actually a strength. It is an emphasis on the intellect of the mantis. What can be called waiting for its next meal can also be called capitalizing on home court advantage. In the case of the cannibalfly, the fly would have to invade the space that the mantis is familiar with. It is a strategic approach to ambushing and sneak attacks. There is a saying called work smarter, not harder. The Chinese praying mantis has mastered the art of that. The paralytic bite of the cannibalfly is the superpower of the fly. In this match, it is compared to the grasp of the mantis that the mantis is capable of. It will need to get the opportunity to bite in order for that to be effective. Considering the Chinese praying mantis is dominant on the ground and flying away is a last resort, I believe that getting into a position to be able to attack mid-flight is highly unlikely. In reference to the phenotype of the mantis, the camouflage serves as protection against predators, not prey. Although it is helpful in the attack on its prey, it is an essential part of the mantis's way of life and protection of the inner wings. This can be seen as a cowardice trait, but once again, I see it as a way that makes attacks more concise and efficient against its prey. I actually see this measure of protection as something that the fly lacks. All it would take is one pierce of the piercing forearms to harm the fly and make him extremely vulnerable.
When it comes to determining the legitimacy of a predator, my first thoughts are of the predator's effectiveness when capturing and killing prey. Yes, in order to capture and kill, it takes a large amount of intellect. Luckily, intellect is not something that the red-footed cannibalfly lacks. As I have mentioned, this fly is also known throughout the world as the bee panther. A panther is a powerful yet methodical killer. They stealthily stalk their prey before pouncing. After researching the cannibalfly, it's easy to understand why it's been given this nickname. Much like a panther, the cannibalfly has perfected its stealthy attacking method for bees. When zeroing in on a hive, the fly will use its large wings to create a buzzing sound much like that of a bee in order to blend in and effectively attack. So, if intellect is what creates a fiercer predator, then it's obvious that the cannibalfly capitalizes in that area as well. Protection was brought up in the argument, and although it's a valid point that the cannibalfly might not be able to protect itself against its main predator, the bird, I don't think that in turn it affects the cannibalfly's capability of being the best predator.
Although it is fascinating that the cannibalfly can mimic vibrations, is it really something that surprising? Cannibalflies come from the same family as their prey, the bee. It's not shocking that they are able to do this because they do the same thing when attacking their own species, hence their name. In my opinion, this is somewhat of a cowardice attack, taking credibility away from the ultimate predator narrative. If it is truly such a fierce predator, would it need to mimic and blend in when it attacks its prey? My opinion is no. The Chinese praying mantis waits for its prey and ferociously attacks it while exposing every inch of who he is while expanding his forearms in the attack. Intellect is a factor that creates a fierce predator, yes, but only if it is to highlight the strengths of itself, not the need to capitalize on others' weaknesses, because in this case the praying mantis doesn't have many. Because of the lack of protection of the cannibalfly, all it would take is a lack of awareness of its surrounding for the cannibalfly to fly right through the path of the Chinese praying mantis, getting into the deadly grips of its forearms. If the cannibalfly attacked the mantis, it would be already at odds because of where the fight takes place, which would be on the ground, and the thick layer of protection the Chinese praying mantis has as its armor.
The Promachus rupeus, red-footed cannibalfly, aka the bee panther, is a fierce predator that is able to attack large prey with their aviation attacks and chemically paralyzing bite. The predator is noted for being the deadliest of its size and has been known to go to the extremes when hunting prey. As I have mentioned, there are even records of the fly using its loud buzzing noises to blend in with bees in order to attack a hive. The University of Ohio has done numerous studies on the power and precision of the cannibalfly, and I believe the fly should be studied because of its attack methods. This insect is the better predator because it controls invasive species such as grasshoppers that affect human crop production, as well as harmful insects like wasps. The Cannibalfly has considerable strength, a paralyzing bite, and a panther-like intellect, which, in the end, all add up to make an incredibly powerful predator.
The Tinodora sinensis, is also known as the Chinese praying mantis, is a wise and intelligent insect. Rather than showing off the aggression and edge of this insect, I want to focus on the strategies and usage of intellect that makes the Chinese praying mantis a superior predator. Because of the advantage of bringing the fight to them, the mantis has the confidence to not back down from a fight and has its life of experience in counterattacks. Its forearms are used as weapons to capture prey, which leads to the mantis ferociously biting the heads off to secure the kill and a meal. Although the intelligence of this insect is what sets it apart from most, it is not to be mistaken that they can't match the aggression of the Cannibalfly. Although the Cannibalfly is proven to be an insane predator, it has no source of protection against predators besides its speed and ability to flee. The Chinese praying mantis is used to control invasive crops and fields and also as pets for humans. Fleeing is only a last resort for the Chinese praying mantis. They are known to not divert from a conflict, but to engage instead. Although the mantis does not have a paralytic bite, it does have the drive and perseverance that it takes to be an elite predator that the fly lacks. The mantis also has the advantage of size over the Cannibalfly. The camouflage of the mantis also gives it an edge for its ability to attack undetectable. I stand by my statement that at the end of the day, if the Cannibalfly were to encounter the Chinese praying mantis in the wild, then the fly would meet its maker. It is just unlikely that the fly would be able to detect the mantis before feeling its wrath.